students, I am Professor Adesh Shervastav from School of Management, BBD University. And now, today I will be talking about topology and its kind. So, what is topology? Topology is basically the geometrical arrangement of computers. So, first we write the topic. Topology. So, as I told you, it's a geometrical arrangement through which the computers are connected together. Means when we form a network, in which design we are going to form it, it depends on the topology. And there are certain topologies in your course which we will discuss, and their advantage and disadvantage also we will discuss in this lecture. So first of all, I'll tell you how many topologies are there. And before this, you write what is topology. So topology is the geometrical arrangement of computer in any network. Means network topology describes the method in which all the elements of a network are mapped. So, I hope this is clear from the definition. Once again, I repeat the definition for you all, and meanwhile you can write also the same definition. The geometrical arrangement of computers in any network. In other words, we can say network topology describes the method in which all the elements of a network are mapped. Here, the term topology refers to both logical and physical layout of a network. So, this is the definition of topology. Now, we will study the kinds of topology. So, I hope this is clear to you all, and you all must have noted it down. So, should I rub it? Now, we will discuss types of topology. How many types of topologies are there? So, first we will write the kinds, right? Number one is bus topology. Number two is ring, then star, ring topology. Number three is star topology. Number four is mesh topology. Number five is tree topology, and number six is hybrid topology. you all are requested to note down the kinds of topology. After that, we'll discuss one by one all of them. So these are the basic kinds of topologies: bus topology, ring topology, star topology, mesh topology, tree topology, and hybrid topology. So these are the basic kinds of topology that we need to discuss here in this lecture today. So first we will take up bus topology. I hope you all must have noted down the kinds, the types of topologies, their names, and after this we'll discuss one by one all of them. So first we'll discuss bus topology. So I hope you have written it, so I am going to rub it now. So we are going to discuss bus topology first of all. What is bus topology? As far as bus topology is concerned, it is a very simple topology. First we will show you the diagram. This is the diagram of bus topology, in which you are seeing there is a common bus for connecting all the computers. There is a single bus through which all the computers are connected. So that's why it is called bus topology. And as far as bus topology is concerned, bus topology uses a single cable which connects all the included nodes, as I've told you. So the main cable acts as a spine of the entire network. One of the computer in the network acts as a computer server, and when it has two endpoints, it is known as linear bus topology. So I hope this is clear. You can write it down. You must have made the diagram. Thereafter, bus topology uses, you should write it. Bus topology uses a single cable which connects all the included nodes. Which connects all the included nodes. One of the computer in the network acts as a computer server. One of the computer in the network acts as a server. It has two endpoints. It is known as linear bus topology. It has two endpoints. It is called or known as linear bus topology. So you all need to write it down. The description of bus topology, as I have told you, it is having a linear bus through which it is connected. Now we will come to its advantage and disadvantage. So we we write down the advantages. So what are the advantages? First advantage is cost of the cable is very less as compared to other topology. Cost of the cable is less in this topology if you compare it from other topologies, as we will discuss some other topologies after this. So we will come to know that very less cable is required in this particular kind of topology, and because less cable is required, so cost will also be less. And it is famous for LAN network because they are inexpensive and easy to install. Famous for LAN as it is easy to install and less expensive. So this is the second advantage. The next advantage is it is widely used in a network where the installation is small, simple and temporary. In case of a small, simple and temporary network, this topology is widely used, right? So this is number 1, this is number 2, this is number 3. These are three advantages. Number 4 is it is one of the passive topology. So computers on the bus only listen for data being sent. Passive topology. Why? Because computer only listen for the data being sent and are not responsible for moving the data from one computer to other. As you write it down first, then I'll write again. As the computer on the bus only listen the data being sent, right, that are not responsible for moving the data. They are not responsible for moving the data. That's why it is called passive network, right? So I hope these points are clear to you all. These are the advantages of bus topology. So if you have written, should I rub it, and I'll discuss the disadvantages. So now we will discuss disadvantages of bus topology. So first of all, the basic disadvantage of bus topology is that in case of common cable faults, then the entire system will crash down. If a common cable fails. The entire system will crash down. This is number one. And this is the biggest disadvantage of bus topology. Number two is when network traffic is heavy, develops collision on the network. If network traffic is heavy, if the network traffic is heavy, it develops the collision in the network. This is again the biggest disadvantage, and that's why while I was introducing this topology, I have told you it is used in LAN, in a small sort of network. Because why a small network? Because in a small network the data traffic will not be too high and this collision will not take place. I hope this point is very clear to you all. And after this, whenever the network traffic is heavy or the nodes are too many, the performance time of the network significantly decreases. If the traffic is heavy and nodes are too many, the performance of network significantly decreases. This is the third disadvantage of this particular network. And number 4 is the cables are always of a limited length. Cables are always of limited length. So these are the 4 disadvantages of bus topology. So I hope with discussing this advantage and disadvantage, you all must have understood that when this network should be used. It is advised that this network should be used in case of a small network. So this is all about bus topology. Now we start ring topology. What is ring topology? Now we are going to discuss ring topology. Now, as by the name itself, it is very clear that it will be of the geometrical shape of the ring, like this. It's not a very good ring. Like this. So, this is the ring topology. Now, in this topology, each node has exactly two neighbors. In this, each node will have exactly two neighboring devices for communication purpose, and it is called ring topology as it is for its formation is like a ring. In this topology, every computer is connected to another computer. Here, the last node is combined with the first one. In other words, you can say that if you bend bus topology and all the computers are connected together like that, so it will become a ring. So this topology uses a token to pass the information from one computer to another. In this topology, all the masses travel through a ring are in the same direction. So it uses a token passing system because all the computers can communicate in a network, so only that particular communication, that particular node will communicate in which it has the token. So this is all about ring topology. So you note it down. I am just giving you the basic definition and the description of ring topology. So in this network, every device has exactly two neighboring devices. In this type of topology, in ring topology, every device have two neighboring devices for communication purpose. Right? It is called a ring topology as its formation is. It is called ring topology because of its formation like a ring. Every computer is connected to another computer and the last node is combined with the first one. Every computer is connected to another computer and the last one is connected to the first one, and this topology uses a token to pass the information. I hope you must have written this, so should I rub it and write the next thing again? this topology uses a token to pass. A token to pass the information in the network. What does this point mean? Let me explain. Suppose this is a network, and now this particular system wants to communicate. What will happen if a token is passing like this? This is a token path. It is going in this direction, in this way. Suppose it comes to this particular node. If this comes to this node, it accepts the token and then only it has the right to communicate. When it is communicating, all other nodes will become silent. This token passing system is used just to avoid the collisions, because if all the computers start connecting, all the nodes start giving information or passing in the information in the network, so the collision will start. So this is a token passing system that is used to avoid the collision. So token is used to pass the information from one computer to another. In this topology, the message travels through a ring in the same direction. The message travels in this particular topology. The message travels through a ring. In the same direction. What does it mean? It means, suppose the token is going in this direction and the message will be flowing in this same direction. It is not suppose that the message can go in both the directions. If this happens, once again the chances of collision will be there. So this is a very important point to note, that in ring topology, the message travels through a ring in the same direction. So this is all about ring topology. Now we will discuss the advantages and disadvantages. I hope you must have written it. So we will discuss advantage and disadvantage. So first we will discuss advantages. First advantage is, it is easy to install and read the figure. Easy to install and reconfigure. So I am adding and deletion in the devices. In this particular network, we need to move only 2 connections. Adding or deleting the device needs to move only 2 connections. So this is another advantage. After this, failure of one computer can disturb the whole network. This is one of the disadvantages, rather, I will say. this, number 2 is this, and number 3 is this. It offers equal access to all the nodes. And faster error checking and this and acknowledgement. Number 4 is faster error detection and correction. So these are the 4 advantages of ring topology. Number 1 is easy to install and reconfigure. Number 2, adding and deleting the device needs to move only 2 connections. Number 3, offers equal access to all the nodes. And 4th is faster error detection and correction. Error detection is also easy and correction is also easy. You can make another point in this. The correction is also easy. It will be the 5th one. Otherwise, these are the points which you consider as an advantage. So now, after this, we'll move to disadvantages of ring topology. Now we will discuss disadvantages of ring topology. The first point in disadvantages, it is unidirectional traffic. It have unidirectional traffic. As I have told you while discussing the ring topology, that the traffic goes through only one direction, either it is clockwise or anti-clockwise. Whatever the direction is, it will not change the direction. So the first disadvantage is unidirectional traffic. And number 2 is break in a single ring can risk the breaking of entire network. Break in a single ring can break the entire net. This is the biggest disadvantage. There is another disadvantage, and troubleshooting process is difficult. Troubleshooting process is difficult. And the next topic, the next point in this disadvantage will be, it is very difficult to troubleshoot. As I have told you, adding and removing the computers can disturb the entire network activity also. Whereas I have told you that it needs to disturb only 2 computers while adding or deleting. Only 2 nodes will be disturbed, but at the same time, adding and removing the computers can disturb the entire network activity. Adding and removing one node may disturb the entire network. And another point, that as I have told you, the signals are circulating all the time because it uses a token passing system. So in the ring topology, signals are circulating all the time, which develops unwanted power consumption. unwanted power consumption because of, as I have told you, that signals are circulating all the time. Because of quantity, because signal circulation. So this is the next point, that unwanted power consumption because of continuous signal circulation, as I have told you for token passing. So these are the 4 or 5 disadvantages of ring topology. I hope you must have noted it down. So after discussing these two, we'll further proceed to another topology, and that is very easy, that is called star topology. So we'll discuss star topology. As by the name itself, you must be understanding. It looks like this. It looks like a star topology. Figure may not be very clear, so once again I am going to show you the figure. It is like this. I hope it is visible now. So the star topology, it looks like the star, and all the computers are connected with the help of a hub. This is a hub, or you can say central server, and it is a dedicated server. What is the difference between dedicated and non-dedicated server? I will tell you after this. So this is like a star. You please draw this figure, then we will discuss about it. So all the nodes are connected through the hub. Dedicated server. Let us first understand here what is dedicated and non-dedicated server. In a network, a particular node is declared as a server, and if it is working only as a server, not as a client, so it will be a dedicated server, where in the case of non-dedicated server, all the clients can work as a server as well as the clients. So this kind of technology is known as non-dedicated server. Here ring topology uses dedicated server. The central node is known as a server, or you can say hub, the main hub. This is called a central node, and all the nodes are connected using this central node. So this you can say hub also, this you can say central node also, this you can say dedicated server also. All these refers to the same thing. And this is very popular in the LAN network as they are inexpensive and easy to install. Very popular in LAN. Why? Inexpensive and easy to install. We will discuss these points in advantages. Right? So, let us discuss advantages now. advantages. The first advantage is easy to troubleshoot, set up and modify. Easy to troubleshoot, set up, modify. Right. Next is only those nodes are affected that has failed. Only failed nodes get affected. Only failed node gets affected. Other nodes still work. Other nodes still work. For example, let us discuss it here. For example, suppose this node gets failed. It does not mean that by failure of this node only the entire network get disturbed. No, the other nodes will start working. Right? Like this, for this node also, if this get disturbed, rest of the network remain working. Yes, if the server gets disturbed, then only it can stop the entire network. So I hope this point is clear. Fast performance with few nodes and very low network traffic. Fast performance with few nodes and less network traffic. So this is the next point of advantage. And the fourth and the last point is that addition, deletion and moving addition, deletion and moving of a node is very easy. So this is another advantage. You can easily add, delete or remove the devices or the nodes. It does not affect the entire network as in the case of RIP. So these are the advantages of star topology. Now we will discuss disadvantage of star topology. So we will discuss disadvantage of star topology. As far as in the case of star topology, the hub or the connector fails, the attached nodes get disturbed, as I have told you. If the hub gets disturbed, the entire network fails. So this is one of the disadvantages. Number two is the cost of installation is very high. Cost of installation is is the next disadvantage. The other is heavy network traffic can sometimes slow the bus considerably. The heavy network traffic, if this has a heavy network, it will considerably lower the performance. In case of heavy traffic, it increases the performance considerably. And performance depends on the hub's capacity. This is another disadvantage. The performance of this node network depends on hub. If the hub's capacity is less, it will be having performance of node depends on hub capacity. It will be more clear. If the hub is of lower capacity, the performance will decrease. And a damaged cable or lack of proper termination may bring the network down. Damaged cable or lack of proper termination. Lack of proper termination may disturb the network. This is another disadvantage of star topology. So these are the disadvantages of star topology. As I have told you, once again we will just have a quick review. That the hub gets disturbed, the entire network fails, the cost of installation is high. In case of heavy traffic, it decreases the performance considerably. Number 4 is performance of network depends on hub capacity, and 5th is damaged cable or lack of proper termination may disturb the network. This is all about star topology. So after this, we will study another topology, that is mesh topology. Now we will discuss mesh topology. What is mesh topology? As far as mesh topology is concerned, I tell you, it's a very robust sort of topology in which all the nodes have a unique proper physical connection to all the rest of the nodes of a network. Means, suppose there are 6 nodes. So all the nodes attached in this network will have a dedicated line to all the nodes. So I make a diagram so that the things may be clear. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. Suppose I make it like this. There are 6 particular nodes. Now all the nodes will have a direct physical connection to all rest of the nodes. Suppose this node, so this have with this have the connection with this have the connection with this have the connection with this, and like this. So each and in the node of, in case of a network of 6 computers, each node will have 5 dedicated lines like this. One is here, one is here, one is here, one is here, and lines. So these have all these. Now this particular node have this line, then this line, this, and this. Now this particular node have 1, 2, 3 connections. Number 1 is this, and number 4 and 5 is this. Now in case of this, the only line remains like this. So this is a mesh. You are seeing it is like a mesh. Now this is a fully connected mesh topology. This is called fully connected mesh topology. Suppose you have to make this diagram. How you will conclude, or how will be in confidence that you have made a right diagram? There's a very simple technique, that suppose there are 10 nodes. So every node will have 9 dedicated lines. So you just count all the lines. It will be n-1 formula. Like this, suppose there are 6 nodes, so every node must have 5 dedicated lines. Now check it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is correct. Now this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is also correct. Now this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So all the nodes are having 5 dedicated lines. It means all the particular nodes are connected to all the nodes with direct physical connection. Why it is called so robust? Because it have a dedicated lines to all the network. That's why it is called a robust topology. Now we will just write down 1-2 line about this. So I grab the diagram and write it here. In mesh topology, all nodes are connected through the rest of nodes by a proper dedicated physical connection. Of wire. So this is about mesh topology. Now we'll quickly write the advantage and disadvantage. We quickly write the disadvantage first. Advantages. Advantage. Number 1, very robust. Number 2, the network can be expanded without disrupting current users. Can be expanded without disturbing current users. Need extra cable compared with LAN topology. That is a disadvantage. Complicated implementation. This is another disadvantage. Sorry, advantage. We are writing advantage. So we will discuss it in disadvantages, because complication is a disadvantage. Next is it is having multiple links. So if a single route is blocked, the other route should be used for data communication. If a route is blocked, other route can be used for data communication. This is another advantage. It helps you to avoid all the chances of network failure. Right? Helps to avoid the network failure. These are the advantages of mesh topology. Now we write disadvantage. Number 1, very costly. As you are seeing, a huge cable is required, which incur a cost, and that's why it is very costly. This is the first disadvantage. Number 2 is very complicated. As you must have seen, I have just made a network of 6 nodes. Imagine the network of 100 nodes. How many cable will be required and how much difficult and complex sort of phenomena will be there. You will have a huge mesh of cables in case of even 100 computer only. So you cannot think about thousands of them. So this is the biggest disadvantage. And apart from that, it requires a large space to run the cables. Large space required to run the cable, because there are too many cables and it requires dedicated links. So